Good morning, y'all. I'm so happy that you've joined me. It's still pretty early here, but I thought you would love this side dish for your Thanksgiving table or holiday table or any time. Number one, it's got pecans in it, and we love pecans, and it's got a lot of Cajun seasoning, and of course, we love Cajun seasoning. So, this is a fun way to incorporate rice into your meal and just a little bit different. So what I did was I cooked one box. Actually, I just got a box of wild rice, and I cooked it for. I just followed the package directions, and I've got this right here in my bowl. And in my bowl, I'm going to add all the ingredients. Now, it calls for 4 green onions, and which is a lot, but green onions are just so flavorful. And honestly, in Louisiana, I live in Tennessee now that I love, but I grew up in Louisiana, and people in the South use green onions kind of like they do parsley, just because of the flavor. It just adds so much flavor to every dish that you have. So anyway, we're going to add the 4 green onions. We've got our box of cooked raw wild rice. We're going to add our 4 green onions sliced. And next is our pecans. And we're going to add a cup of pecans. Now, you can add them whole, which they would be beautiful whole. But you can also just give them a rough chop, which I think is what you would probably want to do for this dish. So these are beautiful pecans. And speaking of pecans, I'm going to be at Little Eva's next Saturday. I don't know if this is going to air before then, but anyway, I've got it all over my social media. I'm real excited about it. They have a beautiful store and just the best pecans ever. Anywhere in Louisiana has, and Georgia. I mean, we're just really lucky in the South to have all these wonderful pecans available to us. So support your local farmer. Buy pecans. All right. So we're going to add this 1 cup of chopped pecans to our dish. And then we're going to add 1/4 of a cup of olive oil. This is going to make it so nice and rich and moist. And then a tablespoon of orange rind that I've just very lightly grated. Let me get my spoon. That might help. And then we're going to add about 1.5 teaspoons of salt and about 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. And the reason I'm going to go ahead and add the pepper now is because you don't cook it. I'll show you. We've already cooked the rice, and that's what you cook out of it. A cup of golden raisins. Now, I buy golden raisins usually at the holiday time because they are pretty and they're in a lot of recipes. But I just thought, you know what, this year I might put them in my cranberry sauce too because I have about a half box left. And then 1/3 of a cup of orange juice. So I don't know, there's one restaurant in town that has a rice dish like this. This is not the same recipe though. I don't know their recipe, but I love this one. And I think you are too. Now let's Cajun it up with our Dana Dash seasoning that you can get on my website along with my book. And what we're going to do is add, I'm just going to measure it in my hand. We're going to add a good tablespoon of our Cajun seasoning. It's also all-purpose seasoning, so it just fits the bill in so many ways. And this is the best thing about this dish. You can have it, all the ingredients, the few ingredients that I've had right here, and then cook your wild rice, and then all you do is put it together in your bowl. Isn't that plain? I tell you what, I was just thinking this morning about all the cooking for Thanksgiving, and there's a lot, it takes a lot of work, but this is a great dish because if you just cook your wild rice, and you can actually, well, you can't cook it ahead of time because you're not going to recook it, but that would be easy to do. 1 pot on your stove, and then have the ingredients. I would put all the ingredients in a place together, like in your fridge or in a bowl in your fridge, and just have it all together and ready to go. All right, get that out of the way. So here it is, and what we're going to do is we're going to chop a few, we're going to cut, actually, give them a little haircut, a few green onions for the top, and then we'll add a little parsley since parsley is so flavorful out of my garden. My herbs are still doing really good, y'all, even though we've had some cold days. But anyway, so we'll add a little parsley and make it pretty, don't you think? Okay, y'all, here is our Cajun pecan rice for your holiday table. I think you're going to love it. I'm going to give it just a little taste and tell y'all how yummy it is. You know what it is? It's the Cajun seasoning that just kicks it up a whole notch. But it's also the orange and the raisins that give it a sweetness and a little bit of tang. This is delicious. I think y'all are going to absolutely love it. Bon appetit and happy Thanksgiving.